Hello everyone, my name is Doron Yosef Hassidim. Welcome, I'm your instructor for the course ED 5011, Researching in Education for Change. I'm looking forward to it, to teach you, to work with you, to learn with you, and to go with you in this academic journey. Today I will mostly go through the syllabus, but I will also briefly respond to some of your questions and comments that you shared um, in the survey that you took that I sent you. If you still haven't took the survey, please do. The link is in the emails that I have already sent you. Um, so please do that. So there is also introduce yourself forum on the course D2L website. It is a public forum, um, um, comparing to the unlike the survey that I sent you. So please introduce yourself in the introduce yourself forum. So let's go through the syllabus. Please go ahead and have it in front of you. Um, I won't read it verbatim, but highlight some important points. So from the top, the course description, um, I won't read it, but it's important to say that this is an introductory course. So while we will cover several of the major patterns and methods for research in education, we won't be able to go deep, and our practice for the different techniques will be limited. Um, we will actually focus on consuming than producing it, but you will practice some of the methods. Um, you will have the opportunity to gain more expertise in research in other courses, especially if you take the thesis route comparing the course route. Regarding contact, I'm not physically in Thunder Bay or any other campus of Lakehead University. So we won't be able to meet face to face, at least physically in the same room. But I am available through email and of course, and I usually respond in a day. We can also have phone or Skype conversation if you would like. Just email me in order to schedule it. I'm actually talking to you now from my home. Learning goals and outcomes. You have the whole list in the syllabus. I will highlight the first two because they give the overall taste of the course. So as I mentioned, this course focuses on consuming educational research, and that is and as it said on the syllabus, developing an understanding and appreciation of the purpose, process, value, and application of educational research, and becoming critical consumers of educational research. As these two learning goals say, understanding and appreciating research as well as the ability to critique it wisely and appropriately is a crucial step towards creating research by yourself. Um, Moreover, most of you in the course route, not in the thesis route, and you might not so much interested in research, but it's important to say that these skills of wisely and responsibly consuming research, those are essential skills not only for researchers, but also for teachers, administrators in education, policymakers, parents, and citizens in general. So you can say it is a basic a skill of being an educated human being, not to say human being in general. So in this sense, this is a very important, perhaps in this sense, the most important course in your program because it is about having and dealing with research, with material that says something. This is why it is a fundamental course that will help you in other and future courses in the program in your academic journey that require academic material and dealing with academic material. Um, Again, not to say if, not to mention if you are taking an academic route in the future. The course delivery, so this is an online course, hello, delivered on D2L, and if you are watching this video, so you are already been able to log in into the course website. Please familiarize yourself further with this platform. The course website is our classroom, and appropriate behavior is expected. The textbook, the textbook is the fifth edition of Questwell and Questwell. Research design, qualitative, quantitative, and mixed method approaches. You need to get it, I guess, by purchasing it or by other ways, since it is an online course, and some of you are away. I didn't put a request for the bookstore to having it. You might find a copy in one of the libraries. Don't rely on it. I think the best is just get in the book. We will have some additional readings that I already posted on the digital course website. I'm doing my best to upload digitized searchable files if that helps you if you're reading from your computer screen. Assignments and evaluation. Don't freak out. So you will have a number of projects of assignments. The first one that is due very soon is the plagiarism certificate. It's relatively quick, something like an hour. It's due in the first week, as I said. Link to it in the course syllabus. It gives you a good sense of what plagiarism means, but also how to avoid it. Okay. The second assignment, discussion participation throughout the week, every week. This course is very intensive in terms of the discussion side, and that's why it's big part of your grade, 30%. So you cannot just sit back and just relax and hide. You need to show yourself and your thinking, because discussion is the best way for me and for your peers to see your thinking and thinking process. That's why you need to participate in discussion. So every week I will post one or two questions or activities, and you will need to respond to them, whether in small groups or the whole class together. It's important to stress, and I will stress it throughout the course. As I see it, good writing and good thinking start with good reading. So be very attentive when you read and take reading very seriously. So what this discussion requires from you. To do the readings, you're doing the readings enough time in advance, and you think about them, and you think about it in general and in relation to the weekly questions or activities that I post, and then you are required for for each question or activity or for each theme first to respond to them, and then to comment to two of your peers. So for each question or activity, you will need to have three posts: a response plus two comments. Um, but it is less about number of posts than content and quality and the engagement with the readings and with your peers and with me. Um, so a short three words or a sentence or two sentences won't work. This is not real engagement. I want to see real thinking about the topic, about the readings, about what others says. So it can be 100 words, it can be 300 words. Let's try not to go over 300 words. There is a rubric posted in the content section in the website that uh, um, gives you under assignments, that gives you more details how a response should look like, and there are also some valuable examples there. I encourage you to look at this rubric and learn from it. You need to post your initial response by Wednesday every week, and to comment twice to others by Saturday in the first week is different. So it sounds a lot, and it is, I admit, but think about it that in overall, in terms of consuming time, it will be quite similar to a regular face-to-face physical course. In this kind of course, physical on face-to-face, you sit 3 hours in a classroom and discuss the material with your peers and the course instructor. So here the discussion is not 3 hours together, but it can spread throughout the week. It might take less than 3 hours. It might take more. I admit. But this is our learning. This is where the learning happen, where ideas come in, and where you actually grow. Um, how to spread it? You can do it. Maybe you need to find what is works best for you. Maybe 20 minutes every day to log in and comment and see what others says. Maybe 20 minutes every day. Maybe 40 minutes every 2 days. Don't push it too much to the end of the due time. Meaning, don't log in only on Wednesday and Saturday. Okay, that will be problematic. So it's a big part, the discussion, big part of our learning, where it happens, and especially the social aspects of your learning while engaging with others. So that's about the discussion part. Another assignment is critique of a research paper. After a few weeks of learning about reading and evaluating research, this assignment you will need to choose an article of an empirical research and to critique it, preferably, I guess, on a topic that you are interested in. For this assignment, also, there is a template posted. There's a specific template how to do this assignment, because there's a certain format I would like you to follow when you're doing it. Next is the assignment of literature map plus an outline. More details about this later in the course. Basically, we will practice some literature maps. We won't practice outlines, but I assume that in this point of your academic journey, you have the basic skills for an outline. If there is any problem with this, we will deal with it. But mostly, it is your responsibility. So specifically in this assignment, you will need to find not just one paper, but several, maybe 15, maybe 20 papers or chapters on a topic that is of interest for you. You can go to the library and find it. You can use Google Scholar or any other search engine, academic one that you work with. And then you will need to take all of this material and process and assemble them into a what we call literature map that outlines, if you want, the story that the existing material that you have found tells you about the specific topic. It's not still a full literature review. Literature review is your next assignment, in which finally, based on literature map and an outline, you will write this literature review where you evaluate and synthesize the literature. It is not just summary of a bunch of papers and chapters. It's more a critical analysis of them. So these three different assignments of the critique of a research paper, lit map plus outline, and the literature review, they can tie together. They preferably tie together. If you have a topic in education that you're interested in, you will first find a paper about it and critique it, then you create the lit map and the outline, and finally you write a full literature review on this specific topic where you hopefully address or answer a specific concern, answer academic question that you have. It's easier for you if all these three assignments are on the same topic. So for instance, I'm interested in teachers' initiatives in school, and indeed in part of my research that's what I'm dealing with, I will first find a paper about this topic, then I will create the lit map and the outline, and I will use this same infrastructure, if you want, in order to write convert it into a lit review form. So it's easier and makes sense if they are all connected. It is not required that they will be all on the same topic. If you realize after the paper critique assignments that you don't like the topic, you can change the topic for the next assignments, or even after the lit map and outline, you don't like the topic and you want to change, you can change for the lit review. Keep in mind that it will result in repeating some of the previous steps and it's more work. So think carefully before you choose your topic for the assignments of the paper critique, because you want that this topic will go with you throughout the course. And again, rubrics for each of these assignments are already in the course website, so hopefully they are helpful, and I encourage you to take a look at them and use them. Next is about etiquette, and etiquette is not only about not to plagiarize, but it's also how to behave in our online discussions. So it's pretty forward. I expect you to be polite and respectful for each other. There is more about it in the syllabus. In terms of academic misconduct, so when you are involved in plagiarism, you actually cheat, right? And you don't learn really anything. So just don't do it, okay? Just don't do it. Not just because if you caught, you get 0 in the assignment, and and you may be kicked out of the course and maybe the program. But moreover, we are here not just to get a degree, and I hope that you are here not just to get a degree. And if you're only for this, we are with conflicting interests. So it's a bad choice if you are. And you miss the whole point if you plagiarize and cheat, because you actually miss the whole point of changing yourself and your attitude and opinions and approaches to what education is and specific topics in in education. Um, so although you are supposed, of course, to use others' work, you have to do it appropriately according to proper academic ways of referencing and quoting. Um, you will find in the web in the course website under APA resources, videos, under materials to help you with citing and formatting and relevant links about APA. APA is the specific citing method that we use in this course. There's others like Chicago, for example, but we use APA. It's the one of the common one in social studies, including education. So you can also get APA book in the library or somewhere else. The plagiarism certificate also will help you to learn about how not to plagiarize. And finally, in terms of our syllabus, is the course schedule. It's pretty straightforward, I hope. There are readings every week, and the assignments are clearly labeled in the syllabus and when they are due. There are, as I said, also additional readings that I posting on D2L. In the discussion section on the website, it will be clear which readings to have. Not always all the readings will be to everyone. Sometimes there are for different groups, and it will be clear on the website to which specific group you are assigned to. If it's not clear, just ask me. One more comment about the schedule. You will see that the chapters of the textbook that we are reading every week are not necessarily in the order as they are in the textbook itself, and we also, of course, integrate external resources. Okay, so that's about the syllabus. I hope everything is clear. If not, shoot me an email. Now to address few of your questions in the survey, and thank you for all those that took the survey. Again, if you haven't, please do that. There was a question, will this course prepare me for research I will be doing related to my thesis? Now it can, of course, you can choose the specific topic for your assignments. We won't focus on empirical research that deep. We won't be able to practice it, at least. Maybe only in the last class we'll do something about it, but for sure this is an important course for your academic skills, and specifically for your thesis. If you want to talk specifically more about your thesis topic and about doing thesis, you can talk to me one-to-one. I will be happy to do it with you. Another question, how will this course highlight research specifically for education for change? Will the literature be read regarding these topics? So yes, there are several topics that directly or indirectly relate to change in education, to social justice. For example, we are reading about indigenous research, and we will also learn about change or research pertain to change in practical settings. For example, our class about action and practitioner research. So yes. Our third question goes, how to assess the validity of the research paper, article, etc. So we will deal with validity in chapters 8 and 9 of the textbook with regard to both qualitative and quantitative research. We will learn about threats to validity and strategies for establishing validity. So look forward for this. Another question: I would like to know more about the relationship between qualitative and quantitative research within the field of education. So we will address quantitative and qualitative aspects in several classes, but we won't go deeply into mixed methods. Again, we'll touch upon aspects of mixed methods in several classes. We won't go deep into depth. The relationship between these two aspects of qualitative and quantitative will arise throughout. And the last question: how to navigate through academia while learning how to conduct research to gain the skills to critique and analyze both qualitative and quantitative research. So much of this course is about that. We'll deal both with qualitative and quantitative, and many issues are relevant for your future academic journey, consuming and at least the some of the fundamental basics of um, conducting your own research. So I hope you are ready for the course. I'm excited, and I will talk to you soon. I'm planning to have, at least in some of our classes, those hopefully shorter clips about the readings and suggestions. So follow what's going on the course website, and good luck for everyone. Bye bye.